Surchinto. I am studying in grade 6th in Rajagiri Sanchavara CMI Public School, Manappuram. So today I am here to say about my favorite book. The name of my favorite book is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. This book was written by the American author Rick Riordan, and this is the first book in the Percy Jackson series. This series is all about Greek mythology, and I love Greek mythology. So in this book there are three main characters: Percy, Annabeth and Grover. Percy is the son of Poseidon, who is the Greek god of sea, and Percy's mother is a human, which means he is called a half-blood or a demigod. And Annabeth's mother is Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, and Annabeth's father is also a human, so she is also called a half-blood or a demigod. And Grover is a satyr, which means he is a Greek boy with horse ears and tails. So there is a place for kids like Percy and Annabeth to live. It's called Camp Half-Blood. So in Camp Half-Blood, the kids living in that camp will get quests for them to complete. And in a quest, there should only be a leader half-blood and two other helper half-bloods. So Percy comes to a camp and he meets Annabeth and Grover, and they are being friends. And he meets one more friend also. His name is Luke. He was the son of Hermes, the Greek god of thieves and travel. And he is also called the messenger god because Hermes delivers the messages to other gods. Luke and Annabeth came together to Camp Half-Blood. Luke was a very good swordsman, so in the camp he trains Percy to fight with sword. So there was a problem going on in the Mount Olympus, and Mount Olympus is the place where all the 12 Olympian gods meets together. So the problem in the Mount Olympus was the lightning bolt, also called the master bolt of Zeus, was stolen. Zeus was the Greek god of sky, and he is also the king god among all the Greek gods. So Zeus is thinking that his brother Poseidon stole his lightning bolt and he is keeping it under the sea. So if we are thinking that why can't Zeus go under the sea and get his lightning bolt back, because there is a problem. The gods can't go outside their territory. Zeus is the god of the sky, so he can't go under the sea to get his lightning bolt back. So Zeus has announced that if he don't get his weapon by the summer solstice, he is going to start a war. So making Zeus mad is a very bad idea. So Percy gets a quest to lead, and he chooses Annabeth and Grover as his companions. And before going into each quest, the half-blood leading that quest will go to the Oracle of Delphi for the prophecy of that quest. So the prophecy of the Oracle of Delphi is like a riddle, and the oracle said something like this to Percy: "You shall go west and face the god who has turned, and you shall find what was stolen and see it safely returned. And you shall be betrayed by the one who calls you a friend, and you shall fail to say what matters most in the end." So they goes on the quest, and in their quest they think that the Greek god Hades, who is the god of the underworld and the brother of Zeus and Poseidon, stole the lightning bolt and he is keeping it with him. Zeus is the underworld is the place where all the souls go after their death. Hades know that if he steals something from Zeus, Zeus will only blame Poseidon and they will start a war. So if this type of war happens, millions of people will die. Their souls will go to the underworld and Hades can increase the size of his kingdom. So they think that is his plan, and they are going to the underworld and they fight many monsters and they finally enters the underworld. And they goes to the throne room of Hades, where he sits in his throne with his wife Persephone. And Percy asks Hades about the lightning bolt, and Hades says that he didn't steal the lightning bolt. Percy stole the lightning bolt and the helmet of darkness, which is the helmet of Hades. And Percy didn't understand what was happening at first, until Hades told him to check his backpack. So when he opened his backpack, he saw a 2 foot long of high-grade celestial bones kept on both ends with god-level explosives. It was Zeus' master bolt. And at that moment, Percy realized that he was tricked, and he said to Hades that he should let him go to the world and he will return his helmet. But Hades didn't want to let him go, because Hades thought that Percy stole his helmet, and Hades wanted to kill him. But they escapes from there and they lands on the beach. And Percy, they were thinking that how that lightning bolt came in their backpack, a guy in a motorcycle arrived, and in that motorcycle there was a guy. It was Ares, the Greek god of war, and he said that he wanted to kill Percy because he don't want Percy to take that lightning bolt to Zeus. And at that moment Percy understood how that lightning bolt came in his backpack. Ares gave that lightning bolt to Percy on their quest. And Percy asked why did Ares wanted to do this, because they were all gods and they were not enemies. And Ares said that he wanted a war like he hasn't seen in his entire life. Then Percy knew knew that what will happen if this war was happening right now. It will, like, the Olympians will be forced to choose sides between Zeus and Poseidon, and the Western civilization will turn into a huge battleground, and so big, and it will make the Trojan War look like a water balloon fight and like that. So then there was a big fight between Ares and Percy. And Percy won, and he returned the helmet of darkness to Hades, and he also returned the lightning bolt to Zeus. And he explained everything to Zeus and said about Ares and the quest and all that. And when Percy returned to Camp Half-Blood, the Luke made a venomous scorpion bite Percy. And Luke said that what has the gods done to me, and I don't want to be with gods. And in my dreams, Cronus encouraged me to join him, and I accepted his offering. Now we are going to create a huge army, and we will return to Mount Olympus. And when Cronus takes the rule, he will break the Mount Olympus brick by brick, and he will kill Zeus the way he killed him. And he let Percy die. Cronus was the father of Zeus, Hades, Poseidon, Hestia, and Demeter. These all names are gods, but Cronus was the evil king Titan. And when he was ruling the world, it was called the Golden Age. And when Zeus and the gods took the rule, Zeus cut him into 1,000 pieces, and he casted his body pieces into the dark pit Tartarus. Tartarus is a pit, it's the darkest pit in the underworld. Then one more thing also, Lucas said one more thing also. A new golden age was coming, and you won't be part of it. And then Percy understood why did Lucas said that a new golden age was coming, because that means the Cronus was rising, and we have to stop him. But in this book, Percy didn't die. In the other books, it's the continuation of this story. And I am also recommending you to read this book, because if you read this book, you will also read the other 4 books. That much interesting is this book. And thank you everyone for listening to this short summary of my book. Thank you everyone.